Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neemcyhud. I am an Edo girl from Edo State, Nigeria, based in Kaduna. If you're just seeing this face for the first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So in today's video, we'll be talking about a very controversial topic, divorce. Divorce is hated in Islam, but permitted. And anything that is permissible, anything that is permitted in Islam, we already know that in one way or the other, there is good in it. We may not get to see it, but definitely there is good in it. In a situation where your marriage is not working, in a situation where there is physical abuse, emotional torture, emotional blackmail, emotional abuse, there are some conditions in which a marriage is accepted to go through divorce, like a situation where he doesn't take up his responsibilities, he doesn't satisfy you on bed and others, you can opt for divorce as a woman. And yeah, divorce is permissible in Islam but hated. At the mention of divorce, the earth shakes. Yes, that is how divorce is hated in Islam, yet permissible. Just like polygamy, polygamy is hated by everybody. Nobody likes polygamy except for the men, but it is permissible. If we as humans can sit down and be open minded and try to look at the positive side of everything, I think divorce and polygamy will not really be a big deal the way it is in our society today. Without wasting much of your time, let us dive into the video. Some reasons I feel a marriage should go through divorce, like there is no debating or trying to make it work, is if there is physical abuse whereby your husband hits you, and then it's like the most slightest provocation can make your husband raise his hand and slap you on your face. He hits you. There are a lot a lot of cases of domestic violence today in our society. Even as I speak, even as I make this video, a man somewhere is hitting his wife, a man somewhere just slapped his wife, a woman somewhere has been admitted in the hospital because of domestic violence. I am not someone that would advise you to leave your marriage. They say now who wears shoe now know how it dey pain am for leg abi. If you know you've gotten enough of the beating, you've gotten enough of the torture, then you know what to do. I will not come and sit and say divorce your husband. So domestic violence is one reason a marriage can go through divorce. Emotional torture. There are a lot of men. For me, I feel if a woman blanks you out, maybe after a quarrel or an argument, and she just like goes off, doesn't talk to you again, I think what she needs at that time is just pet her. Call her sweet names. Women, we like sweet names. We like petting. Just pet us. Tell us we are the love of your life. Tell us without us, you cannot live. The woman will come back to her senses. But a man that does it, like goes weeks and weeks, months, up some self even goes to months, years without talking to his wife, just because they have a little misunderstanding. My sister, that is really a very toxic trait. And if you can cope, it is fine. But for me personally, I cannot endure emotional torture. I cannot be in a marriage where I am emotionally blackmailed or emotionally tortured. There are marriages where the woman always apologizes, even when obviously that you they at fault, that the man they at fault, you will end up apologizing. The man will beat you, you will apologize to him for beating you. So that kind of marriage, if you know you're going through a divorce right now, like you're in the process or you've done it, I know the society we are in now shames divorcees, or it makes it look like you're not supposed to be divorced. Once you're divorced, now you they at fault. When you tell someone I am divorced, the first thing you hear is, what did you do to your husband that made him divorce you? It is never what did your husband do that made you left. It is what did you do to your husband that made your husband divorce you. They just assume that a man is the only person that can divorce a woman. In my religion, you can ask for divorce. You go to the court and ask for divorce, or amicably ask your husband for divorce in your marriage. Like if you've had enough, or you are tired of the marriage, you can amicably ask your husband for a divorce. Divorce me, he divorces you, you pack your things and you leave his house. It is allowed in Islam. Or you go to court and ask for a divorce there, a Sharia court, and ask for a divorce there. So I know people in the society we are in today they try to make it be like divorce is a taboo, divorce is one kind of a big thing, but in some way or the other, divorce is a blessing. For Allah to permit it, you should know it's a blessing for us. That is, if we want to see the blessing in it and not just the down part of it. Everything obviously has pros and cons, right? One thing I also believe in is your first marriage does not have to be your last marriage. I know a lot of people will be watching this video and be like, God forbid bad thing, God forbid bad thing, but that is just the truth. Your first marriage must not be your last marriage. What I believe in is if you get married, it doesn't work out. Like you've tried your best, obviously, and it still doesn't work out. Move to the next. It doesn't work out. Move to the next. It doesn't work out. Move to the next. Marriage is not a do or die affair that you have to be there. They torture you. They do blackmail you. You're not just yourself again. You're not the productive girl or the productive woman you know, and you are still there fighting for it. Marriage has to be two imperfect individuals that are intentional about the marriage, and not just one person that is being intentional. The other person is just being wayward and irresponsible and doesn't even care, doesn't give a damn about how you feel in your marriage, while you on the other side is putting your 100% to see that marriage work. It will not work. You will get drained, you will get tired, you will be frustrated, and no positive result will come out of that if the input is not from both parties. There in my religion, there is a saying that after hardship comes ease, whether divorce or not, after hardship comes ease. If you're going through a hard time now in your life, be rest assured that there is ease at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Keep pushing, keep being prayerful, keep praying, keep trusting in God, keep believing in God, keep getting closer to God. Believe in God, be close to God, be prayerful, be hardworking, and be rest assured that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Divorce or not, we are all humans, right? Nobody should shame anybody for being divorced. Nobody wants to be divorced. That is just the truth. Nobody wants to go through divorce. But then it life happens, shit happens, and you have no choice than to just opt for that. Like people have gotten to a point where the only option they have, like the only option there they have to take is just to get divorced. Their mental health is at stake, physical health, name it, everything is at stake. Do you now advise such those kind of people to still remain in a marriage just to see the marriage work? It do not let anybody shame you for being a divorcee. You left because you cherish yourself. You left to live to live, right? You left because you wanted to live. You left because you value your life, you value yourself. There are a lot of people in abusive marriages today that do not have that courage to leave. They don't have that courage to leave. They will be at the point of leaving. They'll think, if I leave, who will take care of the children? They'll go back to the abusive partner. I'm not talking about just the women, I'm talking about men. They'll go back to the partner, the abusive partners. They don't have that courage to leave. They are not bold enough to leave. Some people are still in that marriage because of, if I leave, what will people say? Let them say what they want to say. They will always talk. Even if you remain married, there are some people that will still come and say it is possible she's not happy in her marriage. She's just faking the happiness in her marriage. So what are we now saying? No matter what you do, people will still talk. So my dear sister, do you and the world will adjust. I am a firm believer of that. You do this, they will talk. You do that, they will still talk. Do you, the world will adjust. Do you, and make sure you're happy in whatever you're doing. Do not trade your happiness for anything. Because I tell you, you see that abusive partner you are nurturing, you see that abusive partner you are living with, if the situation is to be reversed, let's say he is now or she is now the abusive partner, I tell you, she would not wait for that long before she dumps your ass in the dustbin. So why now wait? Why now try to fix an abusive man? Why now try to fix a man that slaps you, a man that beats you? What if you die? Those children you're scared of leaving, who will now take care of them? If you die, let me tell you, to not take that man 2 3 months. He has gotten married to a second wife, and people will praise him. People will clap for him that he has done the right thing. So it is now left for you to do what you want to do. This video is not to encourage divorce. If you're married, if you feel your marriage is still workable, like if you feel you can still work it out, please and please do it. Make sure you use your last breath, no, not your last breath, but make sure you try to work it out. If you have tried all means and he still beats you, emotional torture and all of that, please, you know what to do. Live to live. Marriage does not define who you really are. Hard times generally does not define who you truly are. You are an amazing person. It is just God that has decided to test you with this. Anything you go through in life, hardship, good, everything, it is test from God. God wants to see how you would react if you get closer to him when he deprives you of something. Maybe he may test you with divorce. He just wants to see how you will get closer to him. He may test you with money, children, and all of that. he just wants to see how close you are to him and how you believe in him. So now how you handle that situation is left to you. What happens to you, mind you, what happens to you is something you do not have control over, but how you react to what happens to you is what you have control over. Do not let that define you. Do not let that pull you down, whether divorce, marriage, money, anything, children. Do not let that pull you down. You are strong, you are beautiful, you are amazing. As long as you know you are a good person, then trust me, you will always win. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow me on my other channel. Subscribe to my other channel, Naima's Journey. There we do lifestyle vlogs and everything in between. Why here we do